Hello, how are you? This is a new experience to do a workshop online. So I will try not to make it too wordy or anything. So, weeks ago, last year, I was asked to give a kind of a testimony basically about what I do to keep my mental health um, here in Korea. So I titled it Expats and Mental Health Living with a Mind of Gratitude in a Country Not Our Own. As a foreigner, um, we've gone through many suicides and deaths of coworkers here in Korea in the past year or so, maybe more than usual. Um, but people, we don't know what is in each other's minds. So I'm just going to share with you my experience. Okay, so as an expat, how to deal with living here in Korea and all that. So I will share a little bit about myself. I lived in Korea for 25 years and I have only been home maybe 8 times in all those years. Um, I've not been home for Christmas or Thanksgiving in 25 years, and that can do something to your mind sometimes when you are very homesick or going through a lot. I have been married to my husband, Korean husband, for over, oh, we're going on 23 years now. Um, we've had many ups and downs and some really awful things that have happened to us. And I want to give you the question of how do we get past these issues and losses and such here in Korea because there's not that many things for us as foreigners. There are more now than they were 20 some years ago when I first came. There weren't anything. So let me share my story. Okay. Our first pregnancy, we were honeymoon pregnancy. So you know what that means. That means we got pregnant on our honeymoon and we um, were enjoying the time and I was 5 to 8 months. I was having issues with my pregnancy. I kept wondering why my baby didn't move. I kept going back to the doctor, and all that. Well, anyways, the doctor was a little bit incompetent. And how do you, work with that? Um, One day, I was sleeping on my husband's lap at home. I was so beyond tired. And I thought, oh my goodness, there is something wrong with my baby. Something is going on. I fell asleep. And the next thing I know, I was awakened by it felt like an earthquake inside of me. And I think that was when the baby kicked her last kick. I went to the hospital to give birth. And this was the problem was that the umbilical cord had wrapped around my baby's neck. And I'm sure that is why I knew there was something wrong. She had been dying for over 3 months. She had no oxygen and she didn't move a lot. And I had gone back to the doctor, asked, what's wrong? Well, when I got there, the doctor goes, um, well, looks like your baby died. I mean, literally, that's what she said. Your baby died. And so they induced me, and I had to have my baby, and her face was purple, and she was no bigger than my hand, really, because that's how far she didn't grow. Um, when I was there, I was very unkindly treated. I kept yelling for my husband because I was in great distress. I mean, extreme distress. And the nurse kept yelling at me, no, this is my ward. Um, Men are not allowed in here and all that. Well, I had to ask the doctor for my husband to be able to come in. Well, I kept yelling, saying, the baby's coming, because she wasn't big enough. And she came out, and the medicine worked super fast. Anyways, it was like a nightmare that I went through. Um, there was no closure at all to my experience. Um, After giving birth, I wanted to hold her to say goodbye, and of course they would not let me. They would not allow it. They held the baby up, and I looked at her for a few seconds, and then they smacked her down on the table, and that's what I heard, was something like that, and that was the last I knew of my baby. Um, that night, and for 2 years actually, I had nightmares of this child, of my baby, um, being held up and smacked down and cremated, probably along with the trash. And that was a harsh reality here in Korea at that time. My husband took care of all that. But again, I was very sick, because I'm sure I had, what is the word? Because she had been dying inside me, I got a blood infection. I forgot the name. Anyways, so I know that I have PTSD. I'm sure of it because of that trauma, losing my baby in such a horrific manner. And after that, I never had any real help. So for 2 years, I had nightmares. Those nightmares were just intense. Then we started deciding, okay, we're going to have some more babies. So I did. I had my rainbow babies. And a rainbow baby is a baby born after a loss of a previous child. The following may help you understand, and you can read it here. It is understood that the beauty of a rainbow does not negate the ravages of any storm. When a rainbow appears, it does not mean that the um, war never happened, or that we are not um, dealing with its aftermath. It means that something beautiful and full of light has appeared in the midst of the darkness and clouds. Storm clouds may still hover, and I think of her every day, even to this day. They hover in the midst of all this darkness and clouds. Storm clouds may still hover, but the rainbow provides a counterbalance of color, energy, and hope and promise. And so these are my rainbow babies. My 20-year-old who's in college, and my 16-year-old who is in high school now. And of course, through this pandemic, he's going to school for the first time tomorrow. Anyhow, how did I deal with this? My solution. I did go to Bokshiguan, which is the social welfare department, to find someone to help me with my mental health, because there were times I felt like I was losing my mind. Um, I had to face the demons that were in my mind that overpowered my thinking, those nightmares that kept coming and coming. I have anxiety, I have all kinds of issues, and they're demons in your brain, they're demons in your heart. And how do you face those things? In Korea, there's really no real help. I did happen to talk to a lady, but we kept going over and over and over the same issues, and nothing was helping me. And it just got worse and worse. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. It was like, I can't move on if I don't. So I stopped going, and then I dealt with it on my um, own way. Um, I had lots of self hate, and I still do sometimes. So, like, I'm here, but I'm not. Like, someone cares, but they don't. Like, I belong somewhere else, anywhere but here. I hate this feeling, and I do. I still, to this day, hate the feeling. But I cannot dwell on the negativity. Negativity is not something that you can dwell on. I dwelt on it often, but it made me feel more and more crazy. You can't live a positive life with a negative mind. So I am one of those people that does have a tendency to have lots of negativity in my mind. But I remember something my mom always said: get up in the morning, put on your makeup, put a smile on your face, and a song in your heart. That's how I get through. Even if I'm not happy during the day, I still try to smile, still try to have that positive mind. Um, of course, what really also helps me is my spiritual walk with God, or in some people's case, they call it a higher power. Yeah, he's definitely my higher power. Um, I have to stay connected to him. That's what I need to do. But some people, you don't have a certain belief or whatever. That's okay. But again, the thought of committing suicide has crossed my mind many times throughout my life. Um, but with him in my heart, in my mind, and the thoughts of that has helped me a lot. Um, the biggest thing, of course, is gratitude. Gratitude is the best medicine. It heals your mind, your body, and your spirit, and attracts more things to be grateful for. So every day I write in a journal on my phone. I have these apps, the gratitude journal here. I listen to the radio from America. I Skype with my mother every day almost, or other friends. Of course, Facebook has been my lifeline for years. But the biggest one here is my gratitude journal. Um, it's just simple little things that I um, write down, like being thankful for my sons, being thankful for them, and then I post it on Facebook, and that might not be everybody's choice, but it was mine, and it helped me feel connected to my family and my friends in America. Another thing is, of course, physical. So my solutions are mental and spiritual and physical. Physical exercise, of course, you should exercise. Um, as we get older, of course, we gain weight and la la la, right? Anyhow, um, exercise has helped me a lot. Yoga, going to the gym, taking walks. Just when I take walks or even at the gym, I do a lot of praying in my mind. I don't, or I sing, okay? Eating a good diet, that helps a lot. There are times that I don't eat well, but because I have family, I have to keep them healthy, so it helps to eat healthfully. I don't drink, but drinking can cause a lot of depression and other issues because you're using a drug. It's a drug, in my opinion. As a social worker, it is considered a drug. So here in Korea, don't go out and drink too much. Be conservative on your drinking because drinking can really depress people. It is a depressant, not an upper or whatever. So many times some foreigners get drinking too much here in Korea because it's allowed. Anyhow, so moderation or don't drink at all. And of course, be grateful. Okay, be grateful. If this was our real workshop, we would have a discussion and talk about things and all that. I have resources that I could give everybody. So if you ever wanted to call me or anything, um, you could. So that's hopefully what I can share with everybody. So again, your solutions for mental health in Korea, and have gratitude. Don't be negative. Okay? Search for a higher power, whether it's God or any kind of uplifting being that you can put in your lives. And of course, physical, do exercise, eat healthfully, drink less or don't drink at all. Okay? And if you want, check out these apps. These apps are awesome. I listen to music on the radio so much. My universities in America have a radio station. So, and I went to a Christian school, so I listened to a lot of Christian music, instrumental and gospel and all that. Anyways, the biggest thing, be grateful. Stop um, don't be so negative, and especially here in Korea, don't be negative about Korea. We are here. Um, for some odd reason, we are here in this in this country, and yeah, Korea can bring out the negativity in everybody here in this country. But things work out. Be free to open up and reach out your hand to someone, a foreigner, or anybody that you can find. Get involved with certain things like this symposiums and stuff. It's helped me also to gain friends and to gain knowledge. Um, if you want, you can go here to this. I have a video here that expresses more of what um, more of my heart. And again, this is my experience. It it's something that has helped me through an atrocious time, and I've had many of these besides losing my baby. So if you, I will leave this link for people. Um, you can go here and you can view it and listen. It's a long one. So yeah, you can just copy the link and go to my YouTube page. Okay, so hopefully this helps. Have a good time here in Korea, and again, open up, ask people for help. Don't keep it in your mind too much. Okay, bye.